So my performance lecture will be focused on the idea of time perception, time consciousness, and I'll be specifically looking at the way that there's been some historical views of ideas about time perception in the history of philosophy, and I will be looking at how those tie into some popular conceptions of improvisation, and try and underline some connections to practice as I go along. So one thing that I was thinking about was a kind of contrast from traditional academic presentations, which have become increasingly dependent on slide-based formats. And so I was interested in thinking about dealing with something that's not primarily visually based, but instead looking at the idea of a live performance in the radiophonic tradition, where in some cases there were live radio productions that were still kind of had the spirit of a live performance, that may have even in some cases had an audience, maybe sometimes they didn't, but of course there's a lot of radio-based works that are strictly studio, but I'm more interested in this scenario in the liveness of it, so to speak, and the kind of improvisatory character. So I have some structure built into the kind of story that I'd like to tell, but at the same time there's a lot of flexibility in how it will turn out in the moment, so to speak.